Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro was an experience of a lifetime, only enhanced by the great people that were on the trip with us. Here's what they had to say about the climb.
For me, climbing Kilimanjaro is really a metaphor for life. It's all about the possibilities. It's not about saying I did it. It's not about, it's about saying maybe I can do it if I try.
That I was challenged and I met the challenge, and I'm very excited that I did.
For me, it would be two words: a sense of overwhelming accomplishment.
I'll tell you, summiting was awesome. It was really very exhilarating and exhausting at the same time, but really rewarding. So.
I was worried that I wouldn't make it, but I'm glad I did. Yeah.
Well, if I had to sum it up, I think in one word it would just be accomplishment.
But it was very rewarding, and standing at the top with the Kilimanjaro sign was wonderful for me.
What was the hardest thing you've ever done in your life?
This is it.
And my happiest moment was when Nanju summited Kilimanjaro.
We had a great day yesterday. The whole group made the top, and super exciting. It's not an easy thing to do. Kilimanjaro is very difficult, but they all did great.
As the owner of Worldwide Trekking, Dean is intent on giving back to the community. We took a tour of an orphanage that he established in Tanzania. He has also established a computer center in Peru. It's good to have people like Dean in this world. This is the girl that has never slept in a tent or a sleeping bag before.
Correct.
Relieving girl.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Very excited.
Nanju's coming out. Nanju, lock the door, please.
Yes, I will.
Lock the door. It's a zipper. After arriving and sleeping in a tented room, we took a walk and then departed for Mount Kilimanjaro. And here we are, ready to go. This was our hiking formation on Mount Kilimanjaro, and we always got a warm welcome when we got to our next camp from the Worldwide Trek staff. We all danced to the singing, and that night we celebrated Gray's 65th birthday. Sun comes up at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, goes down at 6:30 p.m. at night, all year round. We always had a good lunch or dinner in the dining tent. Had a good time with the Worldwide Trek staff. We'd spend 11 days hiking and sleeping in the mountains as we traveled to a new camp every day. Poli poli, poli poli. Our terrain changed every day. Sometimes you had to get down on all fours, which made the hike that much more interesting.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata! We would always wait for one another at the end of a day's climb and look forward to the warm welcome.
Made it. Where's Debbie?
Yes!
Yes!
Good job.
Oh. Yeah, great. Kijivu.
Kijivu.
Mambo Kijivu.
Yeah.
And we celebrated our Elaine's 81st birthday during the trip. Every day was a new adventure. Sun up, we'd have coffee in the tent and prepare for the day's hike. We'd have dinner in the dining tent every night and meet first thing in the morning for breakfast.
Mars. We've landed on Mars.
It was getting colder as we hiked up the mountain.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah.
Every day after arriving camp, we'd have tea at 4:30 with popcorn and play hearts, and Gabby became the champ. A powdered rock got under our fingernails and into our clothes, and we realized we would not shower for 11 days.
If I could wash my hand in a fresh water.
Gabby was a good little hiker, but all of us fell at one time or another. We finally arrived at the camp from which we would summit the next morning. The pace of our hiking had slowed considerably as the atmosphere became thinner with our ascent. We were now over 15,000 feet, and Nanju was beginning to get acute mountain sickness. She attempted to use yoga to alleviate her symptoms. Today is the day that we will summit Mount Kilimanjaro. We started at 6 a.m. in the morning and plan to reach the summit by 2 p.m. Nanju now has acute mountain sickness, which consists of a severe headache and nausea. Karen continues to persevere, but everyone is moving very slowly. I'm voicing my concern to the camera about Nanju's condition and hoping she can persevere. Meanwhile, we discover a water buffalo who died by being caught in the rocks. We are about to summit Gilman's Point, which is 800 feet from the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. And of course, look for any opportunity to celebrate. While we made it to Gilman's Point, Nanju's health has deteriorated, and I seriously am concerned about whether she can make the last 800 feet to the summit. The glaciers were magnificent, and Nanju is persevering, walking slowly to get to the top. Nanju is just putting one foot in front of the other at this point in time, hoping to get to the summit soon. Only 50 feet to go now. She's nearly there. We made it! While we all made it, Karen needs help to get down the mountain.
These guys are great, and I'm really glad they're strong. This is a much easier way down.
Well, enjoy. How's the ride? How's the ride? Karen would get down the mountain faster than us, but we would all be there in time for the celebration. After a good night's rest, we continued our descent down the mountain. And Jew's mountain sickness was gone.
All right, breaking camp. Aaron, you've been up since when?
4.
4.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Get me to a shower.
Yes.
Our last day was a 5-hour descent through the rainforest. The slippery and treacherous conditions did not slow down our porters.
Aaron, kind of lost that urban chic with that poncho on.
Yeah, I'm in the zone.
In the zone, yes. How many times you climbed Mount Kilimanjaro?
I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro more than 250 times.
250 times.
Yeah.
Jonas, you are the man.
This is my office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
And we made it to the bottom, which is always the objective of climbing any mountain.
Oh my God!
It ain't over till it's over. That's right. And it's over!
And now it was time to say goodbye to our worldwide trekking friends. They had been a great group of guys, and we appreciated all they did for us.
Thank you, Asante-san.
Thank you so
Asante-san.
Again. I don't want to leave with you guys.
And as they say, all good things must come to an end. Said goodbye to Art, Priscilla, Gray, his wife Lisa, as well as their 13-year-old daughter, a real pistol, Gabby. Our good friend, Dr. Aaron Waxman, and of course, Karen, who soldiered on to the top. Finally, of course, my wife and I, Nanju, we had an experience of a lifetime, which we'll never forget, and our thanks to Dean Cardinelli for all his help and leadership. Goodbye, Mount Kilimanjaro. We'll always remember you.